What's up, guys? NullRage here, coming at you today with a look at the Danger Room. Danger Room is a new game mode that's coming to Marvel Heroes very soon. Well, maybe not as soon as this week or next week. It'll probably be actually in Test Center with testing for a little while longer than most pieces of content. This is I don't know too much about it because I haven't actually run it. This is going to be a dry run, but what this is supposed to be is sort of the end game. Yeah, we've been looking for some repeatable replay value end game stuff, and that is what Danger Room promises to deliver. So as you can see here in the Danger Room, there are a number of NPCs. You've got all the I guess I should go over how to get here. Just go to any waypoint, and down here at the bottom of hubs in story mode, you've got Danger Room. There you go. That'll bring you here, and you can see you've got all the vendors you'd normally expect, as well as two others, a Danger Room Scenario Tech, and Danielle Moonstar, the Danger Room Reward vendor, as well as Danger here in the middle, the Scenario Crafter. Alright, so Danger Room, I guess we've got a quest over here for Beast. Let's talk to him. And wow. Alright, so he's got a big long, I'm not even going to read all this. This is probably going to be some kind of introductory tutorial thing. I've got the basics down, and we go here, talk to the Danger Room Tech. She's got some scenarios. Scenarios come in 5 different rarities. Each rarity is going to be harder than the other one. We can right click here. Now these will not be this cheap when they go live. Again, this is Test Center, and things will change. Alright, so that's going to give us these scenarios now that we've right-clicked those and random out some scenarios. Common scenarios are going to be pretty simple. They're going to give you some merits when you complete. You can see the bonus merits on completion there, and the challenge rating of 10. The only special function that enemies in here are going to have are enemies are frenzied. So once we go in here to the Brood Caves, all of the enemies that we fight will be frenzied. So then Danger Room Scenario green Danger Room scenarios will have 2 bonuses on them. You can see the enemies are frenzied, as well as has an extra challenge of medkits cannot be activated, but enemies drop additional health healing orbs. This is also going to give us some extra merits, and it's got a challenge rating of 17. You can see the challenge rating going up, and the different modifiers that are on this portal that we're going to spawn. They change, they're random, and you will be able to both purchase these tokens from this Danger Room Tech as well as find them in game. However, the price for purchasing these will probably not be the 50 credits that it is here on Test Center once these go live. I'm sure that will not be the case. So hunting for really awesome scenarios to go and run is going to be a pretty cool thing. We're just going to start with the gray one here. But before we jump in, I want to have a look at the rewards that we're going to be able to get. Now we can see these merits. We've got only 20 here that we're getting for completion, but the prices haven't been tuned, it seems. Well, I don't know. We'll see how many we actually get at the end of here. But the items are not yet done. You can see here you've got some uniques that you're going to be able to get, but they're not complete yet. So we'll have another look at that when things finally go live. But one thing that I did want to show is that the remote control Blackbird pet will be something you can get from the rewards for here. Alright, so enough jibber jabber. Let's get in to the Danger Room scenario here. Got enemies are frenzied. That's going to be pretty simple. I should also note that this is probably my most well-geared character. Alright, so what do we have to do in here? Over here on the side you can see the zone modifiers. The difficulty is normal. The enemies are boosted and frenzied. Challenge rating of 10 and bonus merits 20.
I don't like this.
I guess we just kill everything.
I'm more dangerous than I look.
The transformation is underway.
We've got some objectives off here to the side. Some brood soldiers.
You're dealing with now.
He's pretty strong.
You don't want to see
Alright guys,
real
he's done.
power.
Alright, what's this dude? For the brood. Just got a whole bunch of frenzied broods. And these are all randomized enemies and all that jazz. Whenever you get a scenario, it's going to be fully randomized instance that you get to run. And you know, I can see I'm just going around to places on the map that are marked with an objective right now. I don't see any other shinies.
Simulation successful.
So, oh, okay. Alright, I guess I got all the objectives. Was that it? Advance to the next simulation. Alright, let's have a look. Again, this is my very first run on any of this stuff. Up here at the top, we can see we've got some disarmed nuclear devices, and I've got a time limit. Uh-oh, I better get to it then. What was that? It was a portal to Bovenheim. Alright, again, this is Test Center, and sometimes the loot's actually, the drop loot is a little bit weird in Test Center, so some of this stuff might not be the kind of stuff you actually get from running this place. I don't know. But we'll see. Let's see, disarmed a bomb there, and we got another bomb. Oh, we got 5 bombs all around. Ah! They're shooting me, stopping me from disarming. Alright, there we go. Alright. One more here. Yeah, this has been really simple so far, but, you know, that is what I should expect from a gray scenario with a well-geared hero. I'm looking forward to seeing how challenging the more advanced scenarios are. But this pretty much means that anybody that hits 60, as soon as you hit 60, you should be able to walk in and do gray scenarios. You know, this first one that I'm doing right here, there's no challenge so far, and I will try it out on some lesser geared characters just to see how well they can handle it. Alright, there we go.
Completed.
And that's got that wave complete. We got on to the next simulation. Alright, now we got the Mutant Hunter. Eliminate the Mega Sentinel. Alright, so looks like we're at boss phase now. That's all we gotta do. 2 missions and then a boss to beat.
Target eliminated.
And we're done. Simulation survival. Alright, we'll go ahead and pop open this chest and see what we got. We got some nice little rare items, mostly there. Next simulation. Is that it? And no, that's just the... Oh, no, here we go. Here's the real rewards. Here we go. We got 2 chests at the end here after we beat the boss. It's gonna pop out. Ooh, it's a nice little loot explosion. And what are all these? Oh, wow, look at all these merits. Alright, so earning merits is going to be a lot easier than the tokens might say that it is. Got a bounty chest there and some armor stuff. Again, I don't know if all this stuff is supposed to be dropping, and loot is not in any way finalized. But anyway, running that one gray simulation gave us, somewhere in here we should be able to see, there we go, our Danger Room merits. Gave us 270 Danger Room merits. And that is half of what you need for one of these Danger Room costume boxes and Danger Room team-up boxes. So what you're going to do is you're just going to run, you know, these various scenarios and earn up the currency to be able to buy a lot of different things. You've got a costume box, you've got a team-up gear box, that's cosmic team-up gear box. You've got some Crimson box, which can give you the boss-specific artifacts, and the Danger Room blue box, which can give you boss-specific uniques. So you're pretty much going to be able to run this and get any kind of gear that you want, and the good gear too, the boss-specific stuff, which is always the kind of gear that you're looking for when you're gearing a character. Not to mention, it's also got its own unique artifacts, several of which are here. We've got the Danger Room Training Manual. It's got +1 fighting, increased damage versus enemies in Danger Room, and then a revive mechanic, some health. Not too amazing. This was... Wait, this is already a thing, isn't it? No, that's the Magneto was right t-shirt. So now we've got the Cyclops was right t-shirt, giving us some area damage, or area power damage, some energy, some damage versus bosses, and then a spirit on hit. That's pretty nice with some power duration. That's a pretty decent artifact. I don't know. There's probably a lot of area energy builds that can make pretty good use of that, especially if the base damage versus bosses can roll very high. Well, let's see. We can see the max rolls on that. That can go up to 5%, which is a pretty decent amount of damage rating once you convert it over. So this is a pretty strong artifact, actually. Then we've got Sinister's Diamond. If both energy and mental procs are active at the same time, you gain 1 fighting, so it's going to be an energy mental thing. There aren't too many characters that use that combination, but looks like it's going to give you some huge amounts of crit and brutal strike, as well as energy and intelligence. And then +1 fighting if both of them are active. So for an energy mental hybrid character, this is going to be a very nice item, it seems. I'm not sure how it will compete with other end-game options. The Fist of Apocalypse, giving you some brutal damage, some crit damage, some strength, and then a chance when you hit with a melee power to gain attack speed, and then some health. Again, not too sure how that will compete, but it'll give some options probably. And then of course you can turn in for a box of relics too if you're working on stacking those Atlantis relics or anything like that. And then I'm sure there's supposed to be some kind of reworking of some of the lesser used relics, so some of these might become more desirable. You might not only be buying relics of Atlantis and Lemuria. Alright, so that was just a quick look at the Danger Room and how it all works. There is a crafter here. I didn't talk about that. So crafting, it's just real quick. Take 3 of these Danger Room Gray scenarios, which will probably be pretty easy to get as they will drop from killing anything in the game elsewhere. I don't know if they drop... I think they do drop in Danger Room. They drop from the end of Danger Room so that you can chain things. Like, the end of Danger Room will drop a scenario, although it didn't drop one this time. But once it comes out, it will drop that scenario so you can chain run scenarios over and over again. Alright, so... Oh, come on. I was so gonna make so many Danger Zone jokes. You don't even know. Alright. Craft uncommon Danger Room scenario. This is gonna be how you can, if you happen to get the gray scenarios when you're out farming for scenarios, then you can craft them up and get the green scenarios. So you will be able to craft up for cosmic scenarios if that's what you're after. And that's probably going to be what most in-game players are after, is those cosmic scenarios. This one, what does this say? Scenario modifier, 1 additional mission. So that means instead of 3 waves or 3 missions to go do, I'd have 4, right? High impact barrel clusters. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Oh, high impact barrel clusters. So there will be a whole bunch of exploding barrels scattered around the area that I can blow up for extra damage around, to blow up the enemies and all that. Then there's 2 enemy boosts on here. Enemies are gargantuan and enemies are wealthy. And then also hidden hazard of minefields. This sounds like it'd be a pretty challenging one. However, it's only got a challenge rating of 17. So it seems like the utility there is giving me some power, some ability to just blow up the enemies by blowing up barrels. And then the enemy boosts aren't really too. The enemy boost of Wealthy just means they're going to drop more credits, right? It doesn't really increase their strength. And Gargantuan, I'm not exactly sure what that does. It probably attack speed slow, but increases damage done. That's what I would expect from Gargantuan. Also increase the size of enemies. But I'll be taking a look at some of the rarer scenarios in future videos. I just wanted to, jump in and have a look at how the system all worked in this video, and in the next ones we'll see what some of the more difficult scenarios are like. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this first look at Danger Room. Remember, this is all very early test center stuff. Things will evolve and change as time goes on, and there will be, at some point, a tutorial, in-game tutorial to walk you through all of this stuff. So, you're not going to have to jump in and have all kinds of questions and figure it out yourself. There will be a in-game tutorial to walk you through all this stuff. That'll be pretty cool. Alright guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.